Welcome to Venezuela Insider, the only place in Venezuela for expats, digital nomads, entrepreneurs, investors, travelers, and related internationals. For more information, venezuelainsider.com. Today, we are going to talk about Pueblos Mágicos in Venezuela, and we do have quite a bunch of beautiful small towns that you can hang around. They have very particular architecture, have some history, have some niches on, let's say, religion or history or very particular activities. So you can hang out for a couple of days and you will have a great time over such places. This list is not on a particular order, and please, I beg you to stay at the end because we are leaving the best for last. So let's start. Piñango, it's on the north of the state of Mérida. It's on the La Sierra La Culata, so it has a beautiful landscape, has small restaurants, cafes, and it has beautiful scenes of the Mérida landscape. Overall, beautiful place indeed. La Azulita is also on the Mérida state, is 75 kilometers away from the capital Mérida. It is very safe, has, as always on Mérida, a beautiful landscape, has craft handmade artisanies. It's a very popular place for cycling and bike riding and also bird watching. It has many touristic sites where you can enjoy your stay on La Azulita. We stay on Mérida State, and in this case is Gaviria. Gaviria has a beautiful scene of the Páramo, has, as always, great landscape of the Sierra Nevada National Park. Sierra Nevada is actually one of the most important national parks here in Venezuela. So Gaviria, if you enjoy the scenic views of Mérida, Gaviria might be the place for you. Isnotu is on the state of Trujillo. The name comes from native indigenous tribes. It's a pretty religious place, especially for the figure of José Gregorio Hernández, which is a religious icon here in Venezuela. He was a doctor that curated the patient with unconventional methods, and he was a man of faith. He is also recognized as a saint by the Vatican Church. It has a beautiful town square. It's also had a pretty historic battle over there. It's a pleasant place with pleasant weather and many activities for tourists alike. Yayi, also on Mérida State, is an old town with a Spanish colonial architecture. Is 35 kilometers away from the capital Mérida, has a lot of inns or posadas, also has handmade crafts, has a bird museum, and a bunch of cafes and restaurants. Mucuchíes is actually one of the most iconic small towns in Venezuela. Has, as always in Mérida, an outstanding landscape. It's very famous for its dog breed, the Mucuchíe, and actually the Mucuchíe is the Venezuelan national dog. Mucuchíe is at 3,000 meters above sea level, so pretty high place, and has over 400 years of being founded. Mucuchíe is a must if you visit the state of Mérida. La Fría is on the state of Táchira. Remember, Táchira, it shares its borders with Colombia. It's a famous town. It's a big town actually. It's very important for the economics of the state of Táchira. It's known for its old rail station, for their cattle, has many churches, gardens, and many touristic activities alike. So, beautiful place on the state of Táchira. Peribeca is also on Táchira state. Actually, it's very close to the main city of the state, San Cristobal. It's a half-an-hour drive. It's a beautiful place with its most important landmark, the main square, and also a big beautiful church that is used for celebrating weddings for the people of San Cristobal. You can find good food, great people, handmade craft, many activities like horse riding or many family related activities. Beautiful place on the heart of the state of Táchira, Peribeca. La Puerta is located on the Trujillo state. It is 1800 meters above sea level. It is just 21 kilometers away from the main city of the state, Valera, but it's also very close to major cities of like Mérida, Barinas, and the Zulia state. So it's a popular touristic destination from Venezuelans from those regions. La Puerta has beautiful valleys, mountains, and rivers. Has a beautiful square, churches, many touristic attractions, and since a few years also has high-end amenities. So depending on your budget, you can have a great time on La Puerta. We go back again to the Táchira state, and this time for La Grita. La Grita is over a 2-hour drive from the main city San Cristobal. It's a very religious place. Actually, it's known as the Jerusalem of Venezuela. Has many churches, squares, and museums. So if you are a history buff, you're gonna love La Grita, and especially the Simón Bolívar Museum. On this museum, you can find some very interesting and historic items from old IDs or belonging to the historic figures of Venezuela. So La Grita, a great place if you are either a religious person or an history buff. Puerto Píritu is located on my home state Anzoátegui, and the main fact about Puerto Píritu is that it's close to the beach. It has a beautiful, nice boardwalk, people is nice. Also, it's close to one of the most important beaches on the state, Las Isletas, and this is an interesting fact that one of my favorite restaurants on Venezuela, it's located on Puerto Píritu. It's mostly about seafood and steak. So Puerto Píritu, pretty interesting place to visit in the Anzoátegui state. La Vela de Coro is located on Falcon State. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It has a beautiful Spanish colonial city center. Actually, Coro is one of the most historic cities in Venezuela, although the importance on the country has been relegated just as a touristic hub. However, Coro is close to the beach, it's close to the sand dunes, and many more activities. And actually, it's very close to the ABC Islands on the Caribbean, a beautiful place that you must visit if you want to get to know Venezuela better. Galipán is a very popular place on the capital of the country. It's at the northern part of Caracas. It's located on Cerro El Ávila, one of the main icons of the city. Has many attractions from cafes, restaurants, posadas or inns. It has a beautiful panoramic view of Caracas. Like I said, has a ton of amenities. You're not gonna get bored on Galipán. And it's a very popular couples getaway place. And of course, the main small town that you can find in Venezuela is La Colonia Tovar. It's located on the state of Aragua, and it's just an hour drive from Caracas, capital of the country. It's a beautiful German descendants founded town. The architecture of the town is quite remarkable. It consists of a bunch of Tudor style houses and construction. La Colonia Tovar is 2,000 meters above sea level, so it's a high place. The weather is excellent, it's very cool, very fresh, It has many activities from horse riding, biking, cycling. It has many hotels from small inns to high-end hotels. Also has great food, and this is a particular story. I remember when I visited Germany, specifically Frankfurt, and when I was eating the food, I said, La Colonia Tovar has better German food than Germany itself. So if you want to try very good German food, come to La Colonia Tovar. That actually is one of the main touristic sites in the whole country. So both domestic and international visitors go all the time to do tourism at La Colonia Tovar. Thank you for watching Venezuela Insider. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. If you want to work with us, venezuelainsider.com. Thanks again. Have a nice day.